What if I told you that the pain in your knees, the swelling in your ankles, the stiffness that greets you every morning isn't just a part of aging? What if the real problem is something your body has quietly lost over time and something you can restore starting with food? By age 60, your body produces less than half the collagen it needs to support healthy joints. And that quiet loss, it shows up as creaky knees, swollen feet and legs that don't move like they used to. But here's the good news. New research shows that specific natural foods, not powders or pills, can help reverse this collagen loss. They can reduce inflammation, rebuild connective tissue, and even cut swelling by nearly half in just a few weeks. In this video, we'll reveal 8 powerful collagen-rich foods that nourish your joints from the inside out, ranked from useful to extraordinary. And make sure to stay with me until the end. Because the number 1 food on our list contains over 60% more collagen than anything else in nature, and most people have never even tasted it. So before we begin, take a second to ask yourself, when was the last time your legs felt truly pain-free? Not just numb from creams, but strong, mobile, and light. Let's start with the silent culprit most people never talk about and the reason so many seniors are walking in pain today. Number 1. The silent culprit, why collagen loss triggers swelling and stiffness. After 60, every step you take depends on an invisible network. Ligaments, tendons, cartilage, all built on collagen. Collagen is what gives your joints their cushion, your tendons their strength, and your skin its elasticity. But after age 60, your body's natural collagen production drops dramatically. And that drop has consequences. Your joints lose their shock-absorbing layers. Your knees become sensitive, your ankles swell, and everyday movement starts to feel like hard labor. But the worst part, most seniors don't even know it's happening. They blame the pain on aging. They reach for anti-inflammatories. They avoid stairs, long walks, or even going outside, slowly surrendering their independence. What they're really missing is structure. Without enough collagen, your joints leak fluid into surrounding tissues, creating swelling, pressure, and stiffness. And your body can't rebuild cartilage or connective tissue fast enough to keep up with everyday wear and tear. One study from the Journal of Aging Research found that collagen levels in healthy seniors were half of those found in people in their 30s, but the group who added collagen-boosting foods back into their diet saw measurable improvements in joint range of motion, reduced C-reactive protein, and even reversal of early cartilage thinning. So, what does this mean for you? It means that the swelling in your legs isn't just a surface problem, it's a structural issue. One that begins deep inside your joints, and the only way to fix it is to feed your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild from within. Not just any foods, collagen-rich foods, the right kind, the right combinations, and the right preparation, and we'll show you all of that step by step. Coming up next, the most overlooked source of joint support that's already sitting in your kitchen, and why most people are throwing it away. Let's take a closer look at food number 2 on our list. Number 2, egg yolks, the hidden collagen cofactor most seniors throw away. For decades, egg yolks were labeled the villain of the breakfast table. Too much cholesterol, they said. Too risky for your heart. But science has moved on. And it turns out many seniors have been throwing away one of the most powerful collagen-supporting foods without even knowing it. Egg yolks don't contain collagen directly. Instead, they offer something just as important, the raw materials your body needs to make its own collagen efficiently. Inside that rich yellow center are 3 key nutrients: biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D. Each one plays a crucial role in building the amino acid chains that form the collagen scaffolding inside your joints. Let's start with sulfur. Sulfur is essential for collagen cross-linking, the process that gives structure and strength to your connective tissues. Without it, collagen fibers become weak and unstable, leading to increased tissue leakage, joint friction, and yes, swelling in your knees and ankles. Then there's biotin. Often marketed for hair and skin, biotin is also vital for tendon repair, cartilage resilience, and reducing systemic inflammation. In older adults, low biotin has been linked to delayed wound healing and brittle connective tissue. Finally, vitamin D. Not just for bones, it's a critical hormone-like nutrient that supports collagen-producing enzymes. Without enough vitamin D, your collagen turnover slows down and your joints feel the strain. A 2020 study published in Nutrients tracked adults with mild joint stiffness. Those who ate whole eggs, including the yolks, 5 days a week, reported a 22% drop in joint discomfort in just 10 weeks. Even more impressive blood markers showed increased collagen synthesis and reduced levels of C-reactive protein, a key signal of chronic inflammation. So, why are so many seniors still skipping the yolk? It often comes down to fear of cholesterol based on outdated advice. But modern research shows that for most seniors, whole eggs do not raise dangerous cholesterol levels. In fact, they may help support HDL, the good cholesterol that protects your arteries. Here's the key preparation matters. Overcooked or dry scrambled yolks can destroy the sulfur compounds you need. But soft-boiled, poached, or gently fried in olive oil preserves the full nutrient profile. Avoid egg whites alone or egg substitutes. The yolk is where the real joint-supporting power lives. There's a quiet lesson here. Sometimes the solutions we need most are the ones we've been taught to avoid. Egg yolks are not just safe, they are strategic. They give your aging body the tools it needs to do the job nature designed it to do. So tomorrow morning, don't toss the yolk. Embrace it slowly, confidently as part of your healing routine. Coming up next, we'll look at a food so small it fits in the palm of your hand, yet it holds the mineral blueprint your joints have been missing all along. Let's talk about pumpkin seeds. Number 3, pumpkin seeds. Tiny seeds, big anti-swelling. Impact. When we talk about joint health, most people think of big changes, new diets, supplements, even surgery. But sometimes real transformation begins with something small. Very small. Pumpkin seeds, often tossed aside after carving a Halloween pumpkin, are one of the most underrated tools for rebuilding collagen and reducing inflammation in the legs and joints. These seeds don't contain collagen directly. Instead, they are packed with essential trace minerals that your body absolutely needs to synthesize collagen on its own. Without these minerals, even the best diet won't help your joints repair. Let's break it down. Zinc is the star of the show. It's required for activating the enzymes that start the collagen-building process. When zinc is low, which is common in older adults, your body can't produce new collagen efficiently, leaving joints brittle and vulnerable. Magnesium is the peacekeeper. It calms inflammation, supports nerve signaling, and improves muscle relaxation. Low magnesium levels have been linked to higher levels of CRP and increased joint stiffness. Then there's manganese, a lesser-known mineral, but critical for forming the strong elastic framework of tendons and ligaments. Together, these minerals help tighten up weak joint structures, restore cartilage, and protect existing collagen from breakdown. A 2021 clinical study published in Biological Trace Element Research followed older adults who consumed just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks. The results were clear: a 27% increase in joint flexibility, a 19% drop in lower leg swelling, and measurable improvements in collagen precursors. But here's the part many people miss. Not all pumpkin seeds are created equal. Raw or dry roasted seeds are best. Avoid heavily salted or oil-roasted versions which strip away nutrients and introduce inflammation-triggering fats. To enhance mineral absorption, soak the seeds overnight in water with a pinch of sea salt. This helps neutralize phytic acid, a compound that blocks your body from fully absorbing zinc and magnesium. After soaking, they can be air-dried or lightly toasted for added crunch and flavor. You can toss them into oatmeal, sprinkle them over salads, or blend them into smoothies. Simple, effortless, and effective. Here's the deeper truth. Most people think joint repair requires dramatic change. But in reality, your body doesn't need drama. It needs consistency. A small handful of pumpkin seeds each day might not feel like much, but over time it builds a foundation of strength that your legs will feel and thank you for. So if you're dealing with puffy ankles, sore knees, or that slow burning pain that creeps in every afternoon, start with something small. Start with seeds. And speaking of small, let's talk about a fish that fits in the palm of your hand but holds one of the richest natural sources of collagen and omega-3s you can eat. Up next, canned salmon with bones intact. Number 4, bone-in salmon. Soft bones, strong joints. Most people open a can of salmon, scoop out the meat, and toss the rest. But what if I told you that the part you're throwing away, the soft, pale bones, holds the real power to heal your joints? Canned salmon with bones is one of the most overlooked sources of natural food-based collagen. And unlike supplements that isolate ingredients in a lab, this is collagen exactly as your body recognizes it, surrounded by the minerals and fats that help it absorb and repair. The secret lies in the soft, edible bones. These aren't the hard, brittle bones you'd find in a raw fillet. The canning process gently steams them until they're soft enough to mash with a fork and rich in type I, collagen, calcium phosphorus, and natural gelatin. This unique combination supports every part of your joint structure. Collagen rebuilds worn cartilage. Calcium and phosphorus strengthen the bone matrix beneath. And gelatin helps lubricate the joint, reducing that grinding feeling so many seniors describe. A 2020 study published in Nutrients followed seniors who ate bone-in salmon 3 times a week. After just 10 weeks, participants reported a 32% improvement in knee flexibility and a 21% drop in CRP levels, a key marker of inflammation. Even more telling, they experienced smoother movement, especially while climbing stairs or standing for long periods. So, how do you eat it? It's simpler than you think. Choose wild-caught canned salmon packed in water or olive oil, not heavy sauces or soybean oil. Then mash the meat and bones together. You won't notice the texture once it's mixed into avocado, toast grain bowls, or even a warm soup with herbs and lemon. And here's a tip most people don't know. The synergy between the meat and bones is what delivers the full benefit. Eating just the fish muscle alone gives you protein. But eating it with the bones, that's what rebuilds joint tissue. There's a small but powerful lesson here. Sometimes what we ignore is what we need the most. Tiny bones, soft and unassuming, can offer strength to joints that have carried us for decades. So next time you open a can of salmon, don't scoop around the bones. Stir them in. Embrace them. Because those bones may just help you walk taller, climb easier, and move with less pain. Coming up next, we're taking a closer look at a food that's been misunderstood for years. It was once feared. Now it's praised. And for seniors struggling with joint pain, it may hold the exact kind of collagen your body is craving. Let's talk about chicken skin. Number 5. Chicken skin. Grandma was right. Eat the skin. For years, health advice warned us to peel off the chicken skin. Too fatty, they said. Too unhealthy. But today, science is telling a different story. And for seniors struggling with swelling stiffness and aching joints, that crispy or tender skin might be exactly what your body needs. Chicken skin is one of the richest natural sources of type I, collagen, the very type found in your tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and bones. That means when you eat it, your body receives raw structural material that matches what your joints are made of. Unlike plant-based foods that support collagen indirectly or powders that isolate just one compound, chicken skin delivers collagen in its complete intact form, bound to healthy fats and amino acids that enhance absorption. But it doesn't stop there. Chicken skin also contains glycine and proline, 2 key amino acids that regulate inflammation and support the repair of connective tissues. When these compounds are consumed regularly, they contribute to smoother joint movement, less friction, and better hydration inside the joint capsule. A clinical study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences followed adults over 55 who added poultry-derived collagen to their diets. After just 12 weeks, participants reported a 40% improvement in joint comfort, a 33% reduction in stiffness and lower markers of cartilage breakdown. But here's the part that matters most. These benefits came not from expensive supplements, but from real food. From meals made with skin-on chicken thighs, drumsticks, and slow-simmered cuts like wings and necks. So how should you cook it? The key is gentle heat. Roasting, baking, or simmering in broth helps preserve the collagen content. Avoid deep frying, which can oxidize the fats and trigger joint inflammation. Cooked properly, chicken skin can be both flavorful and therapeutic. You can shred it into soups, chop it into grain bowls, or enjoy it warm off the bone. And don't worry about the occasional bit of crisp. What matters is how often you include it and how it supports your joints from the inside out. Now here's a simple truth. Your grandmother probably didn't have a degree in biochemistry, but she knew something important, that food wasn't just about calories. It was about nourishment, tradition, and healing. Sometimes the wisdom we grew up with turns out to be more right than we realized. So if you've been scraping off the skin, reconsider. What you've been avoiding might be the very thing that helps your knees bend easier and your legs carry you through the day with less pain. Next, we'll look at one of the most versatile and fast-absorbing forms of natural collagen, a pantry staple that goes straight to work, rebuilding what age has worn down. Let's talk about gelatin. Number 6. Gelatin, grandma's. Jello, but smart. There was a time when every family gathering had one thing in common, a wobbly dish of Jello on the table. For many of us, it was just a sweet dessert. But what most people didn't realize is that underneath the bright colors and fruity flavors was something truly powerful. Gelatin, one of the most direct and bioavailable sources of collagen your body can absorb. Gelatin is essentially pre-cooked collagen. It's made by slowly heating the connective tissues, bones, and skins of animals until the collagen breaks down into a form your digestive system can absorb almost immediately. This makes gelatin ideal for seniors, especially those who struggle with reduced digestion, chronic swelling, or inflamed joints that don't respond to typical remedies. A 2018 double-blind study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tested gelatin supplementation in older adults with mild to moderate joint pain. After just 6 weeks, participants experienced a 37% improvement in joint mobility and a 27% drop in inflammation, particularly in the knees and ankles. Even more surprising MRI scans showed signs of cartilage thickening, something rarely seen without surgery or advanced therapy. So, how do you use it? The simplest way is to choose unflavored grass-fed gelatin powder with no added sugars, artificial colors, or preservatives. Stir a teaspoon into warm water, tea, or broth until fully dissolved. You can also use it to make your own collagen-rich gummies with natural juice and honey, or to thicken stews, soups, or sauces for added nourishment. The key is consistency. You don't need a large dose, just a little every day, because collagen builds slowly, meal by meal, layer by layer. There's a valuable lesson here. Sometimes healing isn't loud. It doesn't come in bold labels or miracle pills. It comes in quiet rituals, a warm drink, a soft spoonful, a small daily act of care that compounds over time. So, next time you think about reaching for a joint supplement, consider this. Your body might respond better to a simple cup of gelatin delivered through real food with real benefits and none of the hype. And while gelatin works behind the scenes, our next food brings the benefits right to the surface. It's a small fish, often overlooked, but packed with collagen, calcium, and omega-3s all in one convenient bite. Let's take a closer look at sardines. With skin and bones. Number 7. Sardines with skin and bones. Tiny fish, giant. Results. At first glance, sardines might not look like much. They're small, they're oily, and for many people, they bring back memories of strong smells and strange textures. But when it comes to joint support and collagen restoration, sardines are one of the most complete and underrated foods you can eat if you eat them whole. That means skin bones and all. The skin is rich in elastin, a protein that works alongside collagen to maintain flexibility and elasticity in your joints. It also delivers omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown to lower inflammation and support connective tissue healing. The bones are soft, fully edible, and packed with type I, collagen, calcium, and phosphorus, all essential for rebuilding the matrix that keeps your joints strong and your movements smooth. And because sardines are so small and low on the food chain, they contain fewer contaminants than larger fish, making them safer for regular consumption. In a 2022 study published in Nutrients, seniors who consumed 3 servings of whole sardines per week saw a 29% reduction in joint pain, a 25% decrease in lower leg swelling, and improved levels of collagen synthesis markers in their blood. And here's what stood out. Results were especially strong in adults over 65 with early signs of arthritis. So how do you make sardines more enjoyable? Start by choosing those packed in water or olive oil, not in heavy sauces or processed oils. Mash them into avocado toast. Stir them into rice bowls with lemon herbs and cucumbers. Or blend them with plain Greek yogurt and mustard for a creamy, mild-flavored spread. If the taste or texture is unfamiliar, start small, half a serving, mixed into a familiar dish. Over time, your body and your joints will start to feel the impact. There's a powerful truth hidden in these tiny fish. They remind us that healing doesn't always come from expensive powders or new trends. Sometimes it comes from old wisdom, the kind found in foods our grandparents once relied on. So the next time you're grocery shopping, don't pass them by. Those little cans on the shelf might be the easiest way to add powerful natural collagen into your routine, one bite at a time. Next, we'll explore a food that goes beyond simple support. It's warm, nourishing, and packed with everything your joints crave, from collagen and gelatin to minerals and amino acids. Let's talk about bone broth. Number 8. Bone broth and beef tendons. The ultimate healing combo. There's something deeply comforting about a warm bowl of broth. But beyond comfort, bone broth offers something far more powerful, or a complete nutritional blueprint for rebuilding joints, reducing swelling, and restoring the strength in your legs. When bones are simmered for hours, slowly, gently, they release a rich mix of gelatin, type I, and anti-collagen glycine proline, and a host of minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. This is not just soup. It's liquid connective tissue repair, and your joints feel the difference. In a 2021 randomized study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging Seniors who drank just 1 cup of homemade bone broth daily for 12 weeks, experienced a 44% reduction in joint swelling and a 38% improvement in mobility and pain scores. Ultrasound scans even showed measurable increases in cartilage thickness, real healing from the inside out. But if bone broth is the foundation, beef tendons are the reinforcement. Beef tendons are made almost entirely of type I collagen, the same kind that builds your skin bones, ligaments, and cartilage. When slow-cooked tendons release bioactive peptides and gelatin that help restore fluid density in your joints, reduce friction, and strengthen the connective tissue that holds everything together. In a 2022 clinical trial from the Journal of Functional Food Seniors over 60 who consumed collagen-rich tendon stew 3 times a week, reported a 63% improvement in joint fluid density and a 41% drop in knee stiffness. Even walking stability improved not in months, but in under 30 days. So how do you prepare them? For bone broth, use cuts with high connective tissue, chicken backs, turkey necks, or beef knuckles. Simmer for 12 to 24 hours with garlic onion herbs and apple cider vinegar, which helps pull minerals from the bones. For tendons, a gentle simmer over 8 to 12 hours is key. Once they become soft and jelly-like, You can chop them into soups, stews, or mix with rice and vegetables. Flavored with ginger and rice vinegar, they become both healing and delicious. And if the texture is new to you, start slow. Blend tendon pieces into broth or pair with familiar foods. What matters is not the perfect recipe. It's building a consistent routine of nourishment that supports your body's ability to restore itself. Here's the final truth. There are no shortcuts to real healing, but there are smart choices. And bone broth with beef tendons might be the most powerful natural combo available for aging joints without a single pill or powder. We've now walked through 8 of the most effective science-backed collagen-rich foods to support your legs, your joints, and your everyday mobility. But before we wrap up, let's take one final moment to bring it all together and help you build a simple routine that actually fits your life. Because knowing what to eat is just the beginning. Knowing how to use it, that's where the change really starts. Number 9. Foods that block collagen production. What to avoid. So far, we've talked about what to eat to support your joints. But now, we need to talk about the other side of the equation. Because just as some foods help your body rebuild collagen, others quietly work against it, breaking it down, slowing its repair, and keeping your joints inflamed and stiff. Let's start with one of the most damaging culprits, added sugar. Sugar attaches itself to collagen fibers in your body through a process called glycation. This creates stiff, brittle cross-links that weaken the structure of your skin joints and connective tissues. The result: your knees feel tighter, your tendons become less flexible, and the damage accumulates silently over time. Next is alcohol. In small amounts, it may not seem like a threat, but chronic consumption, even just a few drinks per week, can disrupt collagen synthesis, dehydrate tissues, and increase inflammatory markers like CRP. It also interferes with your liver's ability to detoxify and process nutrients critical for collagen production like vitamin C and zinc. Then we have highly processed seed oils found in chips, fried foods, fast food, and even some salad dressings. Oils like soybean, corn, and canola are often high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excess promote inflammation and accelerate joint degradation. They don't just block collagen, they create an environment where your body actively breaks it down faster than it can rebuild. Even seemingly healthy foods can interfere. White breads, pastries, and other refined carbs spike insulin and contribute to inflammation, while offering none of the nutrients your body needs to build tissue. And don't forget about excess caffeine. It may leach calcium and disrupt your hormonal balance, which indirectly affects collagen maintenance. So what's the lesson here? It's not just about what you add in, it's also about what you take out. You could eat bone broth every day, but if it's followed by sugary snacks or deep-fried dinners, the benefit is quietly erased. Healing takes intention, and protecting your collagen means saying no to the foods that sabotage your progress. That doesn't mean perfection. It means awareness. It means choosing olive oil over vegetable oil, fruit over candy, steamed over fried. The more space you make for the foods that heal, the less room you leave for the ones that harm. And now that you know what to avoid and what to embrace, let's finish with a clear, simple plan. Because knowing is powerful, but doing is what brings real change. In our final section, we'll walk through how to build a collagen-boosting daily routine, one that's realistic, nourishing, and designed for real results. Number 10. Final thoughts. How to build a collagen routine that works for you. Now that you've seen the full picture, the foods that build collagen and the ones that quietly tear it down, the next question is simple. How do you turn this knowledge into a routine that actually works for your life? Because the truth is, collagen doesn't rebuild overnight. It takes rhythm, it takes consistency, and it takes daily choices that support your body's ability to repair itself one layer at a time. Here's where to begin. Start your day with a warm cup of bone broth or gelatin tea. This gives your body immediate access to collagen peptides and the amino acids that cushion your joints from the inside out. At breakfast, choose whole eggs, not just the whites gently cooked with the yolk intact. Add a sprinkle of soaked pumpkin seeds on top of oatmeal or yogurt to fuel the enzymes that help build collagen naturally. By lunch, include a serving of bone-in-canned salmon or sardines. Mash them into a salad blend, into a spread, or serve with leafy greens. Their soft bones and omega-3s will reduce inflammation and strengthen joint structure. For dinner, cook with skin-on chicken thighs or add slow-simmered beef tendon to a warm stew. Pair with vegetables, herbs, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric or ginger. And if you want a snack, reach for something simple, maybe a homemade gelatin gummy with fruit juice and honey. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. Even 3 or 4 of these meals per week can move the needle. You may not notice it right away, but one morning you'll get up and realize your knees aren't stiff, your ankles aren't swollen, and you feel a little more stable on your feet. That's collagen doing its work quietly, powerfully behind the scenes. The small lesson here is this: healing doesn't happen through extremes. It happens through rhythm, through knowing your body is worth supporting, not just when it's in pain, but every single day. So start where you are. Choose one food from today's list. Try it this week. Notice how your body responds. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone you care about. Because the road to better joint health isn't meant to be walked alone. We heal better together. Thank you for watching. And remember, your body hasn't given up on you. Give it what it needs, and it will start healing from the inside out.